Okay, so now we're back to, we have now taken our instrumentation. We started out here in the 15 and now we're at the number 35. The rubber stops are measured using this device here. It's very simple. And we measure the length of the actual canal. We want to maintain the length of the canal to be exact because we don't want to fill our filling to either be too short of the end or apex of the canal. We don't want it to be long and extended and into the bone. So it's measured off, and then this white material here is a actual what we call a chelating agent. It dissolves the surrounding pulp tissue, and it makes that instrumentation more easily facilitated, as well as that it's a lubricant so that the flutes of the blade do not become engaged in the canal. And measured off at 16. One canal is done. The next canal is now instrumented. Again, going down just to the stop areas here. Don't go any further than that. This is the actual rotational. Now there's another method using a rotary type instrument. I prefer to use it by hand because I feel it, and it just utilizes my tactile senses a lot better when I utilize this method here. So that's a matter of preference here. So now that these canals are adequately filed properly, and the width, that diameter is to a certain dimension, and that is done because two reasons. One, we want to make sure that all the bacteria that may be embedded in the walls are removed, as well as the actual filling material that I'm going to use to fill in the hole. It will accommodate the size of the filling material. Now I'm going to add some more irrigation to this. The only thing we ask of the patient in a process like this, because it is a very painless process, is just that it requires them to sit back for an extended period of time, usually about 45 minutes, and just keep their mouths open. So, of course, we want to try and be as efficient as possible and cut down on the amount of time that a person does have to do. Every now and then we do allow them to close their mouth slightly, and then the jaws don't necessarily get locked. We're going to dry out the canal. First using some cotton. And then we have special things. There are paper points. And the sizes correspond to the size instruments that I was using, as I showed you before, the 15, which was white, and then we're going up to 35. So I'm actually going to use a few of these paper points to dry out the inside of the canal. And that's all it does, just dries it out. And we keep doing this until the points come back and they're no longer wet. Then we've known we've sufficiently dried out the canals. Again, there are 3 canals here. It's still wet, so we'll continue doing this until when I pull it out, it's no longer wet. Getting there. Okay, getting close to. Again, there are 3 canals, so I'm attempting to dry out all three of the canals. Okay, this one's ready. So that's the canal. This one's ready. It's dry. And let's see. This is the last canal, and that's good too. Okay, so the next process is now I have to measure the length of each canal to accommodate the size filling material. The filling material that we're going to be utilizing is called gutta percha.